Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Drama Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get started right now because that's the beginning of the video. This is always so much fun. At the Haunted Star, Lulu is all ready for Halloween and the Haunted Star Halloween extravaganza. Maxie wants to talk about Dillon hitting on her because we can't have something fun for even 2 seconds. I'm just kidding. So Lulu tells Maxie about how Dillon was vague, and then Dillon walks in and makes it known that there's something Dante isn't telling her, that he knows, blah, 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 blah. Lulu's decorating for Halloween. Dillon takes an issue with it, and Lulu tells him to work around it, and he's supposed to be done by October 31st anyway, so basically get over it. Maxie sits them both down. Maxie tells him that they need to find another shooting location, and he protests. He apologizes and asks Lulu if he can finish the movie there. Lulu says she's not comfortable with him shooting there anymore, and his apologies are only because he wants to continue shooting there, and if it wasn't for that, he would still stand behind everything he said about Dante and everything he's done so far, which I don't think she's exactly wrong. And Maxie is trying to find a solution, and she decides to crowdsource to raise money for the project. It sounds a lot like what we're doing, wink wink. Link in the description. We're trying to save our animal sanctuary, and if you share, we have a YouCaring campaign. Share or donate, it would mean so much. Okay. They brought up crowdsourcing. It wasn't me. So Maxie wants to make the Halloween party a benefit for the movie. Yeah, okay. We'll get back to that. At Lante's, okay, so Olivia tells Dante that Ned broke up with her. Dante still thinks she's taking a huge risk having Leo so close to Julian, and that hidden things don't always stay hidden, and she kind of catches on that they're not exactly talking about her anymore exclusively. So she tells him that Julian bought the story, and she thinks Alexis did. You need to be more confident. So Dante tells Olivia about the second child he and Lulu are planning on having now. She's happy, but she still thinks there's something going on with him and Lulu. He tells her that they hit a rough patch and he was in the wrong and he's trying to make up for it. And he tells her what Dillon did to Lulu, like kissing her and everything and like bad-mouthing him. At the hospital, well, there's something else I want to say, but I forget. At the hospital, Brad is the one who ran the DNA test for Alexis, and he gives Alexis the results, like on paper. He doesn't verbally say, although we know, and never mind. So Alexis wants Brad's discretion, and Brad asks for her legal advice. So Brad tells Alexis if he gets a divorce, he could go to prison for years and years and years and years and years. Julian is also at the hospital to visit Lucas at work. Lucas wants to jump right into Carlos' talk because that's just how things work around here. Ooh, I'm tired. Are you tired? I've been working all day. So Julian wants to know what's holding up the wedding. They talk about how much Julian has changed since he came to Port Charles. And then Lucas and Julian interrupt Alexis and Brad's conversation just when it was getting really good too. So we still don't know exactly what Brad and Rosalie did. So Julian gets a mysterious phone call, and Alexis asks him about it. He says that he'll tell her when they get home. And then they head home. Anna's at the hospital. Patrick wants to talk. He can tell something's wrong, and she says she made an appointment with Kevin and heads off. Sonny tries to get up on his own. It doesn't happen. Carly comes in. Max and Milo show up with cannolis, and Sonny wants to jump right into Carlos' talk as well. Max tells him that no one in Sonny's circle killed Carlos, like no one went behind his back, and Sonny wants Max to find out who killed Carlos. Carly finds Patrick and tells him that her and Sonny got married, and then Carly comes into Sonny's room with Patrick. Sonny really wants to go home. Patrick wants to put together a plan for his recovery. That does not include going home anytime soon, and Patrick tells him he's nowhere near ready to go home yet. So Patrick hits him with some truth. Sonny won't accept it, and Patrick lays into him, saying just because Sonny doesn't want to believe what he's saying doesn't make it any less true. Which I think there's a lot of people in this world who could take that advice to heart. Sorry. I needed to throw shade. I'm sorry. Max and Milo come in. Sonny wants them to get him out of the hospital. Anna meets with Kevin. It's actually Kevin. And Anna tells him that she thinks she's being haunted. Like, she knows it's ridiculous, but it's just how she feels. So he thinks that she's seeing Duke. She's like, I wish. And she tells him that she's hallucinating his killer, Carlos Rivera. But she doesn't tell him why. She checks their confidentiality. He says, if you were planning on harming someone, I would have to or yourself. I would have to tell someone. And she's like, well, what if a crime's already been committed? And he's like, well, that's a gray area, but usually, like, the chances are the confidentiality will stay intact. She tells Kevin what happened with Duke being shot, not up until only up until the part where he like died in her arms, and that she's falling apart and wants something to take the edge off. So at this new house that Julian and Alexis show up at, she's like, all right, cool, where are we? And his mysterious phone calls apparently have been to contractors and designers because that he was building and designing her a new house because it was his fault that the old house got burned down. It's gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of Lake House, Abitus the Lake, but there's a pool, we learned. And, I mean, they go into the master bath because there's, like, all these candles and a fireplace. I mean, just a thought, with the old house burning down, I know obviously it was an external source that burnt it down, but is it really the best idea to have, like, every single candle lit and to have the fireplace going, like, full steam? I don't know. I'd be a little nervous, but that's just me. Alright. End scene. Brad tells Lucas he's taking the first steps to get divorced from Rosalie. Alexis is really happy. Julia leaves to go get towels. And Alexis opens up the DNA results. And I think it's the result that she was kind of thinking she would see. We all know the answer. So Lulu gets so they negotiate what Lulu would get if she did hold this benefit for the movie, and she gets the bar and half the door. And then Dillon's like, oh, and to get people excited, we'll show footage that we've already shot. There it is, the kiss of death, October 31st. Hopefully Dante can make it through. Sorry, I just made myself really sad. Let's get to the end of this. Kevin gives Anna a prescription for a low-dose anxiety medication. Sounds good to me. And wants to schedule a follow-up appointment. And Carly wants to talk to Patrick about his bedside manner, so she's in his office. And Sonny did convince Max and Milo to get him in the wheelchair and to, like, wheel him away. So he just happens to be outside Patrick's office door when he hears Patrick say that Sonny may never walk again. Not good. Okay, can I go back to that Dante and Lulu thing real fast? October 31st, when this whole secret's gonna come out. Okay, Dante and Lulu are my favorite couple. They've been my favorite couple for, like, ever. Like, ever since I started watching the show again back in 2009. Because I started watching in 2007. Anyway, that's not the point of my story. My point of the story is they're my favorite couple. And, like, we kind of just got the date that they might not be a couple anymore. Look, I know this whole thing's gonna blow up, and I've known that ever since Dante messed up, okay? But, like, I really hope they'll be able to make it through. Like, obviously, they're probably gonna get separated and everything, but I hope at the end of the day they can make it through this. I really do. Oh, I made myself sad. Oh. Did you make yourself sad? Have I made you sad? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad. Hey, how about to make ourselves happier? Alright. Real fast, I want to tell you about the campaign. We are raising money to save our animal sanctuary, and the link is in the description. If you've tried to donate before and had a problem, that problem has been fixed. They sent me an email in error where I thought something was up and running and then it wasn't, and blah, blah, blah. But everything's fixed now, so even $1 contribution would mean so much. And, I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day, and let's smile now. Let's smile. Let's not think about the sadness. We still have like 2 weeks or so before the world blows up for Dante and Lulu. Let's enjoy it. Woo! Okay. Bye.